Learn English through story. A lover's flame of the heart. In a small coastal town where the sea met the sky, the waves whispered secrets to the shore, and the salty breeze carried the scent of adventure. Among the town's quaint streets and colorful cottages lived a woman named Elena. She was known for her radiant spirit and infectious laughter, a beacon of light in a place where time seemed to stand still. Elena was a talented artist, spending her days painting the vibrant landscapes of her hometown, capturing the essence of the ocean and the warmth of the sun. Despite her joyful demeanor, Elena harbored a loneliness that ran deep. At 35, she had dedicated her life to her art, pouring her heart and soul into every brush stroke. Yet she had never found a partner who understood her passion. Many had come and gone, captivated by her beauty but ultimately unable to connect with the depths of her soul. As the years passed, the longing for true companionship grew stronger, a silent ache that echoed in her heart. One crisp autumn evening, Elena set up her easel on the beach, hoping to capture the fiery colors of the sunset. The sky transformed into a canvas of oranges and pinks, reflecting upon the waves as they danced beneath the fading light. As she painted, a figure approached a man in his late 30s, with an easy smile and an aura of confidence. He was Daniel, a newcomer to the town, drawn to its beauty and tranquility. "Mind if I join you?" he asked, his voice warm and inviting. Elena looked up, startled at first, but then nodded, intrigued by the stranger's presence. They struck up a conversation, and Elena found herself captivated by Daniel's charm and passion for life. He spoke of his adventures, his travels across the world, and his love for photography. Daniel was an artist in his own right, capturing moments in time with his lens, and they quickly bonded over their shared passion for creativity. Hours slipped away as they talked and laughed, and as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the beach, something ignited between them, a spark that felt electric and undeniable. As days turned into weeks, Elena and Daniel's connection deepened. They explored the town together, visiting hidden coves, sharing stories over candlelit dinners, and wandering through art galleries filled with works that inspired them both. With each passing moment, Elena felt her walls begin to crumble, the fortress she had built around her heart slowly dissolving in the warmth of Daniel's affection. Yet, in the quiet hours of the night, doubts crept into her mind. Elena had always been cautious with her heart, afraid to expose the vulnerability that came with love. Could this be real? Would Daniel stay, or was he just another fleeting presence in her life? The fear of loss loomed like a shadow, threatening to extinguish the flame that had ignited within her. One evening, as they strolled along the beach, the sky darkened, and stars began to twinkle above them. The air was cool, and the sound of the waves crashing against the shore created a soothing melody. Daniel turned to Elena, his eyes reflecting the starlight. "You know," he began, his voice soft yet steady, "I never expected to find someone like you here." Elena's heart raced at his words, a mixture of hope and fear swirling within her. "What do you mean?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "I've traveled to many places, met countless people, but there's something about you that feels different," Daniel replied, his gaze unwavering. "You inspire me, and I feel a connection that I can't explain." Elena's breath caught in her throat as she searched his eyes for sincerity. She wanted to believe him, to surrender to the feelings blossoming in her heart. But the ghost of her past relationships haunted her, whispering doubts that threatened to drown her in uncertainty. "Daniel, a broken bar. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this," she admitted, her voice trembling. "I've been hurt before, and it's hard for me to trust." "I understand," he said, stepping closer, his presence enveloping her like a warm embrace. "But what we have is special. I want to explore it with you, to see where this journey takes us." In that moment, Elena felt a flicker of courage ignite within her. Perhaps it was worth the risk to let someone in, to embrace the uncertainty of love. As they stood together, the ocean whispering their secrets, she made a decision. "Okay," she said softly, "let's see where this goes." Their relationship flourished, each day a new chapter filled with laughter, passion, and the shared exploration of their artistic souls. Daniel became not only her lover but also her muse, inspiring her to push the boundaries of her creativity. Together, they embarked on a journey of artistic collaboration, combining her paintings with his photography in a project that showcased the beauty of their town. But as their love blossomed, so did the shadows of doubt. The more they opened their hearts to one another, the more Elena wrestled with her fears. She watched as Daniel thrived in the town, making friends and connections, while she felt the weight of her insecurities pressing down on her. What if he realized that she wasn't enough? What if he found someone more interesting, more adventurous than she could ever be? One night, overwhelmed by her emotions, Elena confronted Daniel. They were sitting on the porch of her cottage, the moonlight casting a silvery glow over the surroundings. "Do you ever think about leaving?" she blurted out, her voice shaky. "Leaving? Why would I do that?" he asked, confusion etched on his face. "You're a free spirit, Daniel. You've traveled the world, you could go anywhere," she replied, her heart racing. "What if you wake up one day and decide that this small town isn't enough for you?" Daniel reached for her hand, his touch grounding her in the storm of her thoughts. "Elena, I'm here because I want to be. I chose this town because of you. You make it feel alive in a way I never imagined." "But what if you change your mind?" she pressed, tears welling in her eyes. "What if I'm not enough to keep you here?" "Enough?" he echoed, shaking his head. "Elena, you are more than enough. You inspire me, challenge me, and make me want to be better. I didn't come here looking for a place, I came here looking for a person, and that person is you." Elena's heart swelled with emotion, but the doubts still lingered. "I'm scared, Daniel. I've been hurt before, and I don't want to go through that again." "Then let's face it together," he urged, his voice steady and reassuring. "I can't promise the future, but I can promise that I'll be here, right now." "Let's not let fear dictate our choices." As the weight of his words settled in, Elena felt a flicker of hope replace the shadows of doubt. Perhaps love was not about guarantees but about embracing the journey, the uncertainties, and the moments that shaped their connection. With a newfound determination, she leaned into Daniel, their foreheads touching as they shared a quiet moment of understanding. Yet, the complexities of life would soon test their bond. As autumn turned to winter, Daniel received an unexpected call. A photography exhibition in a city far away wanted to showcase his work. The opportunity was a dream come true, a chance to gain recognition and connect with a broader audience. But the prospect of leaving filled Elena with dread. When Daniel shared the news, his eyes sparkled with excitement, but Elena's heart sank. "This is amazing," she said, forcing a smile. "You have to go." "Are you sure?" Daniel asked, concern flashing across his face. "I don't want to leave you behind. I want you to pursue your dreams," Elena replied, her voice steady. "But I can't help but feel that this is a turning point for us." "What if you go and find something better than what we have?" he challenged, stepping closer. "Elena, I don't want to lose you. This isn't about finding something better, it's about sharing this experience together." Yet, the fear that had once threatened to consume her reared its head once more. "I don't want to be a burden, Daniel. If this is your chance to shine, you should take it." Days passed as they navigated the emotional turmoil surrounding Daniel's decision. Elena encouraged him to pursue the opportunity, while a part of her ached at the thought of losing him. They spent their evenings together, sharing laughter and memories, but an undercurrent of tension hung in the air, a silent acknowledgement of the impending change. On the night before Daniel was set to leave, they found themselves on the beach once more, the moon casting a silvery glow over the water. Elena felt the weight of their unspoken words as they sat side by side, the sound of waves crashing against the shore echoing her heartbeat. "Promise me you'll come back," she said finally, her voice barely above a whisper. Daniel turned to her, his expression serious. "Elena, I don't want to leave, but this is important for my career. I want you to be proud of me." "I am proud of you," she replied, her heart aching at the thought of his absence. "But what if this changes everything?" "Change can be good," he said, his voice firm. "We'll find a way to make it work, I promise." Tears welled in Elena's eyes as she felt the weight of the moment. "I want to believe that," she admitted, "but I'm scared." "Let's not let fear dictate our choices," Daniel echoed her words from weeks before, his hand gently squeezing hers. "I love you, Elena. No matter where I go, that won't change." In that moment, she realized that love was not about holding on tightly but about trusting each other enough to let go, to follow dreams even when the path was uncertain. They shared a passionate kiss, the waves crashing around them, the air charged with emotions they had both kept bottled up. The following morning, as dawn broke over the horizon, Elena watched Daniel pack his bags, her heart heavy with conflicting emotions. She wanted to support him, but the thought of their separation felt unbearable. They stood at her doorstep, the air thick with unsaid words. "I'll call you every day," Daniel promised, his gaze steady, "and I'll come back as soon as I can." "I'll hold you to that," she replied, a smile breaking through her tears, "and I'll keep painting, just for you." With one last embrace, they parted ways, Elena feeling as if she had left a piece of herself with him. Days turned into weeks, and the absence of Daniel left a void in her life. She threw herself into her art, using the pain of their separation as fuel for her creativity. Each brush stroke was a reminder of their love, a way to channel her emotions into something beautiful. Yet, as the days dragged on, doubts began to creep back in. Despite Daniel's promises, she found herself grappling with insecurities, her mind racing with worst-case scenarios. What if he met someone new? What if he fell in love with the vibrant city life? The shadows of doubt clouded her heart, dimming the flame of hope she had tried so hard to nurture. Months passed, and the phone calls became less frequent. Daniel's voice, once a soothing balm for her soul, began to feel distant. The magic of their connection started to fade, replaced by a gnawing fear of abandonment. Each time the phone rang, her heart raced, only to sink when it was not him. She missed his laughter, the way his eyes lit up when he spoke about his passion for photography, and the warmth of his embrace. One fateful evening, Elena received a call from a mutual friend who still lived in the town. "Have you heard about Daniel?" he asked, his voice tense. "What do you mean?" she replied, a sense of foreboding washing over her. "He's been busy with the exhibition, and he's met someone. I just thought you should know." The words hit Elena like a tidal wave, crashing over her with an intensity that stole the breath from her lungs. She felt as if the ground had shifted beneath her feet, and the world around her blurred. "No," she whispered, disbelief flooding her mind. "That can't be true." "I'm sorry, Elena," he said gently. "I thought you should hear it from me." As the call ended, the weight of reality pressed down on her. The love she had fought so hard to believe in now felt like a cruel joke. Tears streamed down her cheeks as the pain of betrayal tore through her heart. Had it all been a lie? Had Daniel ever truly cared for her? Or was she simply a fleeting moment in his life? For days, she retreated into herself, painting furiously yet aimlessly, pouring her heartbreak onto the canvas in shades of blue and gray. The vibrant colors of her previous work had faded, replaced by the muted tones of her sorrow. Friends worried about her, but Elena shut them out, too consumed by the pain of losing the one person who had ignited her soul. Then, one evening, she received a message from Daniel. "Elena, can we talk?" The words felt like a knife twisting in her chest. She wanted to ignore him, to cut him out of her life completely, but the flicker of hope still lingered. With a trembling heart, she agreed to meet him at the beach, the same spot where their love had blossomed. As she walked along the familiar path, memories flooded her into moments of laughter, stolen kisses, and whispered dreams. But with each step, the weight of her hurt grew heavier, a constant reminder of the love that had been lost. When she arrived, Daniel was already there, standing at the water's edge, his silhouette framed by the setting sun. As she approached, his expression was a mixture of regret and longing, and for a brief moment, her heart wavered. "Elena," he began, his voice trembling. "I'm so sorry for everything." "I don't want to hear excuses, Daniel," she interrupted, her voice sharp. "You chose to leave, You chose to forget about us. I didn't forget!" he exclaimed, stepping closer, desperation in his eyes. "Things got complicated, and I made mistakes. But I never stopped thinking about you. I thought I could manage everything, but the truth is a broken bar. I miss you. I love you." "Love?" Elena scoffed, anger boiling beneath her pain. "How can you say that when you've been with someone else?" "It was a mistake, a distraction," he admitted, his voice filled with remorse. "But you have to believe me when I say that my heart has always been with you. I just lost my way." "Lost your way?" Elena echoed, disbelief etched on her face. "You broke my heart, Daniel. You chose to leave me behind." "I know," he said, his voice cracking. "But I'm here now, ready to fight for us. I'll do whatever it takes to prove my love to you. Just give me a chance." As the waves crashed against the shore, Elena felt the weight of his words settle into her heart. Her anger battled with the lingering love she had for him, the memories of their shared moments clawing at her resolve. "How can I trust you again?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. "I can't change the past, but I can promise to be here now," he replied, his eyes searching hers. "I want to rebuild what we had, brick by brick. It won't be easy, but I'm willing to work for it. Just give me the chance." Elena stood there, torn between the remnants of her love and the fear of being hurt again. "I don't know if I can," she admitted, her heart aching with uncertainty. "Take your time," he urged, stepping back, giving her space. "I'll be waiting, no matter how long it takes." As they stood there, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the beach. The air was charged with unspoken emotions, a fragile thread binding them together despite the distance that had grown. Elena felt the flicker of hope reignite within her, battling against the shadows of doubt. In the days that followed, she wrestled with her emotions, allowing herself to feel the weight of her heartbreak while also embracing the possibility of love. She returned to her art, channeling her feelings into vivid paintings that spoke of loss, longing, and the complexities of the heart. With each brush stroke, she found clarity, piecing together the fragments of her heart in a way that felt healing. Daniel remained a constant presence in her thoughts, his sincerity tugging at her heartstrings. The pain of their separation had etched itself into her soul, but so too had the memories of their laughter and shared dreams. Slowly, she began to allow herself to imagine a future where love could exist, one built on trust, vulnerability, and the understanding that love was not without its challenges. Finally, after much contemplation, Elena made her decision. She wanted to meet Daniel, not just to confront the past but to explore the possibility of a future together. They met once more on the beach, the waves crashing around them as if echoing the tumultuous emotions in her heart. "Thank you for coming," Daniel said, his voice steady yet filled with anticipation. "I thought a lot about us," she began, her heart racing, "and I want to give this another chance." Daniel's eyes lit up with hope, but she held up a hand to stop him. "But we have to take it slow. I need time to rebuild my trust, and I can't promise that it will be easy." "I understand," he replied, a smile breaking across his face. "I'm willing to do whatever it takes to show you that I'm here for you." With each step they took, they began to rebuild what had been broken, brick by brick. Elena learned to share her fears and insecurities, while Daniel opened up about his struggles and mistakes. They became a team, navigating the complexities of love together, learning to embrace both the light and the shadows. As weeks turned into months, their bond grew stronger. They laughed together, explored new horizons, and supported each other's passions. Daniel would often accompany Elena on her painting excursions, capturing her artistic process through his lens. Their collaborative efforts blossomed into a stunning exhibition that showcased the beauty of their love story, intertwining their art in a way that felt genuine and profound. But amidst the blossoming connection, the shadows of the past still lingered. Elena often found herself grappling with the fear of losing Daniel again, the anxiety that threatened to cloud her heart. She knew that healing was not linear, and setbacks could arise unexpectedly. One evening, as they were preparing for the opening of their exhibition, Elena caught sight of Daniel texting someone on his phone. A surge of panic washed over her, the memories of betrayal creeping back into her mind. Unable to contain her emotions, she confronted him, her voice trembling. "Who are you texting?" "Is it her?" Daniel looked up, confusion etched on his face. "Elena, it's not what you think. It's a friend, from the exhibition team." "You don't have to hide things from me," she exclaimed, tears filling her eyes. "I thought we were past this." "Why would you think that?" he asked, his voice filled with concern. "I would never do that to you again." The tension in the air was palpable, both of them standing on the precipice of old wounds that threatened to resurface. "I'm sorry," she whispered, the weight of her insecurities crashing over her like a wave. "I'm trying, but sometimes it feels so hard." "I know," he replied, his tone gentle as he stepped closer. "But you have to trust me. I'm here for you, always." "I'm not going anywhere." Elena felt the warmth of his words envelop her like a comforting embrace. She knew that trust was a process, one that would require patience and understanding from both of them. As they stood there, she made a vow to herself to keep fighting for their love, to embrace the journey of healing together, even when the road felt uncertain. The night of their exhibition arrived, the gallery buzzing with excitement as friends, family, and art enthusiasts gathered to witness their collaborative masterpiece. The walls adorned with their paintings and photographs created a mesmerizing tapestry, telling the story of their love, one filled with passion, vulnerability, and resilience. As Elena and Daniel stood together, their hearts intertwined, she felt a sense of pride swelling within her. They had faced the shadows of their past and emerged stronger, forging a love that was rooted in authenticity and trust. The exhibition was not just a celebration of their art but a testament to the journey they had undertaken together. In the midst of the crowd, as compliments flowed and laughter echoed, Daniel turned to Elena, his eyes reflecting the warmth of their shared moments. "I couldn't have done this without you," he said, his voice soft but filled with conviction. "You've ignited a fire in my heart that I never want to extinguish." Elena smiled, her heart brimming with love. "And you've taught me that love is worth fighting for, even when it feels difficult." As the evening unfolded, they danced together, lost in the music and the magic of the moment. Their hearts beat in sync, a rhythmic reminder of the flame they had nurtured together, a flame that had flickered in the darkness but had ultimately burned brighter than either had imagined. From that night on, Elena and Daniel continued to navigate the beautiful complexities of love, embracing each moment as a gift. They learned to communicate openly, to share their fears and dreams, and to trust in the strength of their bond. The shadows that once threatened to pull them apart became stepping stones on their path, guiding them towards a love that was deeper and more profound. With time, the wounds of the past faded, replaced by the vibrant tapestry of their shared experiences. Their love story became a testament to the power of vulnerability, trust, and resiliency, the kind of love that ignites the heart and fuels the soul. As the seasons changed and years rolled by, Elena and Daniel built a life together, filled with laughter, art, and adventure. They explored new horizons, traveled to far-off places, and created a home that resonated with warmth and love. The fire in their hearts burned bright, a flame that could weather any storm. In the quiet moments, as they held each other close, Elena often reflected on the journey they had taken. The love that had once felt like a distant dream had blossomed into a reality that surpassed her wildest hopes. Together, they had forged a bond that was unbreakable, a love that would stand the test of time. And as they watched the sun set over the horizon, casting a golden glow over the ocean, Elena knew that the flame of love would continue to burn brightly, lighting their path for all the days to come. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.